So it's Sunday, October 27th, 2024, and I'm out at the garden again. I'm starting here at this Fresno pepper plant where I've got two on top that are still green and one here that turning red. I'm going to go ahead and pick it. Yeah, it's a little bit green at the top, but this one's ready to go. So the past week, we've had a little bit of rain and we've had some colder temperatures at night. It's dipped down as low as 39. There's been some dew in the morning, almost frost, and I'm really surprised the garden has lasted this long. I stopped watering it about a month ago. I think I've only watered it twice in a month, and we haven't had that much rain, but the garden seems to be doing really well for this late in the year. Now, we had some forecasted temperatures in the 70s for this weekend and the next couple days, but it looks like that's already changed. So the garden is pretty much done for the year. I might get something in the next week, but that's really about it. Moving on to this purple bell pepper plant, you can see I've got small bell peppers on here. That one's kind of medium sized right there, but not not too much. I can harvest these and cut them up into little pieces, but if I leave these on here too long, they're not going to make it. Moving on to this Fresno pepper plant, I've got another red one on there, but I've got some green ones. I don't know whether I want to pick these and leave them inside and hope they turn colors or leave them outside and just see what happens. Here on this green pepper plant, I believe this is a Big Bertha bell. Yeah, got one here at the top, and I'm going to have to pick this one because otherwise it's going to wilt. It's a little bit soft, so it's not rotted or anything else like that. But yeah, that's about it. This one over here, yeah, that one that's kind of medium sized. That's nice and firm. There's a little guy over there. Anything down below? It doesn't look like it, but you can see the leaves look kind of wilty. Over here, the next Fresno pepper plant, I've got red peppers, plenty of Fresnos. Did really good this year on the Fresno peppers. And over here on the grape tomatoes, still got plenty of those, and these small ones here that are kind of like salad tomatoes. I picked a few this week, and I noticed they had some of these spots on them, and I don't know if that's from being out in the cold or what, but we've just cut that side of the tomato off and just chopped it up into pieces and put it in our salads. Over here, you can see the mystery pepper plant. I mean, yeah, this is rotted. I can go ahead and pick this one and throw it. Oh, there's a good one. That kind of looks like a Fresno pepper. I mean, that's what these look like. But then there's that big one down there. I mean, look at that. And that's starting to turn colors. Let's see. It's, yeah, it's still kind of firm. So that one almost looks like a Cubanelle or something. I don't know what this ended up being, but I'll go ahead and harvest this one and compost this one. Go forth and make more peppers next season, maybe. Over here at this other purple bell pepper plant, I've got three on the top, nothing down below. Once again, you can see the leaves look kind of wilty. These are all in good shape. I'll have to harvest these. Over at the mammoth jalapeno plant, I've got three jalapenos, two of a good size, one that's kind of small, but it'll work. This almost looks like serrano, it's so small. Over here at the other Fresno pepper plants, I've got a red one that's ready to pick, and I've got more green ones. This was starting to turn colors, but these have done really well. And these are the two that started off the season getting eaten up by something, like some sort of bugs or something. Twice they got chewed up, but they came right back. Over here at this purple bell pepper plant, it's done. There's nothing else on that. The cowhorn peppers did really well this year. They're really spicy, and I'm really pleased with the results on those plants. And the chives are still, well, there's still plenty to harvest off of this. So this and the green onions will probably be the last thing to go in the garden. Moving over to the jalapenos. Got one here. I've got another good sized one there. And over here I've got two. One that's a really good size and one that's tiny. Oh, there's a third one. So yeah, I've got a couple more of those I can harvest too. So we can still do Taco Tuesday out of the garden. Moving over to all the transplants, you can see all the leaves that just fallen down in here. I've got some peppers here. Small pepper right there. And even Thai hot peppers. More over there from the smaller plants. So that really worked out. Maybe I'll do the same thing in this area next year. I don't know, I'd like to do more with this side of the garden next year, but this year I just didn't put the time into it. And here's our Thai hot pepper plant. Those larger peppers finally turn colors. I've got to harvest some of these and get them in a quart freezer bag for the winter so we can put it in our chili. Moving over to this section of the garden, I've got a green pepper here that's starting to turn purple. And I've got one here at the top that is more purple than green, but this is supposed to be an orange bell pepper plant. So I don't know what happened there, but I'll be harvesting these guys. And these are jalapenos. They look like big Fresno peppers, but they're jalapenos that have been on here so long they've turned red. So I'll harvest those. Some tiny little green bell pepper over here. Some grape tomatoes. Over here, the lunchbox red. It's got a couple tiny peppers that I can harvest. And I've got a lemon boy down there. I don't know if you can see it through all these vines. It looks like it's ready to go. And this one here is more green than yellow, but it's turning colors. There's another up there. Nothing's messed with them. That cayenne pepper I sprinkled on here and just kept adding like about once a week seems to have worked. So I'll be using that next year for sure. And here, the Better Boy's got 3 that are turning red. You can see there's some cayenne pepper still on there. Put some on these tomatoes that are outside the lattice, and it seems like the critters have left them alone. There's even some green cherry tomatoes over here. Still haven't turned color, so we'll see what happens. And there's an orange bite snacking pepper there. Let me go ahead and pick this. Lots and lots of mild or sweet banana peppers. They really kind of turn sweet once they start turning colors, like this guy down here that's kind of orange. But this is the best I've ever done with banana peppers. And I've always grown them in this spot, so I don't know what changed this year. Maybe it was just all the watering or something like that. These cubanelles are still green. This one's starting to turn colors a little bit, but I may have to harvest them green. You can eat them green. They're just not as sweet. Not that they're a sweet pepper, but they're not really a spicy hot one either. And the tomato plant in here still got some tomatoes on it, but it's pretty much done. The hot banana pepper is definitely done. But once again, I did better with this than I ever have, so I'm happy for what I was able to harvest this year off of it. We've got one on this bonus tomato plant that has turned color enough that I could probably pick it, but it looks like some bug or something got in there. So the cayenne pepper kept the groundhog or whatever was getting into it, probably the groundhog, but didn't stop the bugs. Next year, I'd like to clean up this area over here where I've been just tossing all the extras, where I cut down the tree. That brought in a lot more light, and I think it really helped with the garden this year. But I'd like to do something with this area, but we'll see. For right now, I've got a lot of repair work to do on the wood that's around here. Some of this is so old that it's rotted, and I'm going to have to repair it. I tried to do this on the cheap. If I can get scrap wood, I'll use that sort of thing. And I'll have to do the standard maintenance where I'm painting the lattice, or I'm painting the hoops or picking up bags of dirt on sale beginning of the season, and then I'll just sort of figure it out. I might keep some things in the same place and I might move some things around. So that's it for the 2024 garden season. Thanks to everybody who watched and commented, and I'll see you guys next spring.